In case you haven't read my first ride review of the 2017 Suzuki SV650, let me sum it up for you. It's an awesome motorcycle. Of course, if you've been reading Missouri for any length of time, you'll likely know I'm a big fan of the SV, having previously owned and raced one myself. With that, you can likely conclude that I've thrown journalistic objectivity out the window when it comes to the new SV. However, if Suzuki had missed the mark, I'd be sure to criticize instead of praise. My fellow Missouri cohorts are probably tired of me talking about the SV, but too bad. We've all got our favorite bikes here. Evans adores his 13-year-old R6, Duke is classic Ducati 900 SS, Tom's a Euro guy, and Ol Burns won't shut up about the NC 700X and the Harley Street 750. So now it's my turn to wax poetic about the new SV650. Still with me? Here we go. It's difficult to convey the pleasing notes a motorcycle makes through words, but if you've heard a V-twin sport bike with a nice pipe on it, you'll understand. Stock, the SV's exhaust note is pleasing, if not a tad muffled. Fortunately, Suzuki had on hand an SV with a Yoshimura exhaust fitted. When allowed to roar, the little 645cc twin sounds downright mean. As an added bonus, the intake noise as the outside air gets shoved through the Suzuki's redesigned airbox is an unexpected yet very welcome surprise. Deep, throaty, and raw. I didn't truly appreciate this feature until I loaded the SV onto my truck along with another bike to take to the dyno. This particular time, having the revs rise slightly once the clutch is engaged was the difference between me stalling the bike halfway up my ramp and successfully loading it. It's a sad truth that more and more youngsters are growing up in a world where manual transmissions in cars are nearly non-existent. So whatever the motorcycling community can do to make the learning process of using a clutch and shifting gears easier is a plus in my book. Horsepower may win you bragging rights when you're bench racing, but torque is the one that elicits giddy emotions in the real world. V-twins are known for torque, and the punchy 645cc one the SV carries is no exception. Our SV test bike put down 46 pounds-foot to the wheel, easily enough to loft the front wheel in the air in first gear if you're the heavy-handed type. In the canyons, it's enough to blast the SV from one corner to the next at a rapid pace, and on the freeway it's enough to simply cruise in 6th gear and know there's power available when you need it. Yeah, torque rules. While I personally prefer analog tachometers, I will admit the new digital dash display on the 2017 SVS is pretty snazzy. My favorite part of the new gauge cluster, however, is the Pi. No, it's not a necessary item to have on a motorcycle, but it's such a helpful tool when riding, especially for new riders. Racers will appreciate the addition too, because let's face it, many SV owners will be taking their bike to the track, and being in the wrong gear can kill your lap time.